So, side note, basically we had to take the knuckle out and make this sit flush with the knuckle.
All right, so once you get the knuckle off of one side, you see this little square. You see we already started cutting, but once you fit up the knuckle adapter, it's not gonna fit because you're gonna have to cut this right here. So we made a mark. Basically, the guideline is to cut it along the top of this square right here, this little flat faced machined surface, and that's a good guideline. And you're gonna cut it all the way and kind of make this level this out right here, pretty much. And then on top of that, you're gonna have to grind down here, basically kind of grind like that. You'll see once we go into another part of the video, but yeah, cut this whole thing off. And yeah, okay, so now that you have your raw cut, right, we gotta pretty much grind this flat. You see there's a little bit of a concave to it, so that's all gonna have to get grinded flat, pretty much to that line right there. You want to get this as level as possible so that when we install the rest of the knuckle adapter, it sits properly. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and keep grinding all this. All right, so when we're at this point right here where we've done our initial cut, right, we've done our initial cut here, we're gonna take the knuckle assembly adapter and we're gonna check for clearance on this bolt right here to around this area, and we're gonna try and fit this back up like this. So as you can see right here, we're gonna need to trim a lot more to make sure this clears. And if you can kind of look in here, I don't know if you can see that, this bolt, the head of it needs to be able to have some clearance, which looks like it has pretty good clearance, but that's because we're still raised up. And then also you want to make sure that these little adapters, right, you want to make sure these are able to sit flat like that, both sides. So see this right here, you want to make sure those are able to sit flat, so when you install everything all together, it's able to sit flat. So we got to do that until all of this is good. So
All right, so basically we have the passenger side all set up. Obviously the knuckles in and everything's all adjusted. Still needs to get in alignment for sure. But this is how the kit should look once it's installed into the vehicle. Obviously we still need to tow it out because right now it's towed in. These are pretty much, the heim joints are all leveled and straight. So that's the big key when installing these, because heim joints will break if you install them at an angle. But onto the driver's side and we'll be done.
make sure you're wearing your proper PPE. Okay, so right here is the finished product. You see everything is lined up, flush. Everything is flush on the back end. Nothing is hitting. Right here it gets really close, but once you have clearance, you know, and you're not touching, the purple isn't touching the knuckle anymore, then you're good. So yep, that's your finished assembly, and there's plenty of room for the space inside here. You can see that. Can't really see that well.
Dude, let's go drift. Shout out that guy, Eugene. Hit him up, Night Motorsports. But on another note, e39 getting ready for a drift event pretty soon, actually.
Drift event, bro.
Technically a private event, but this thing will be sliding again. Got the Motegi reps, the MB Battle reps with R888s in the front. Yeah, pretty much. Run down some Empires with some shitty tires on it. Yes, please, actually. And then we got a new driver's seat because the one in my car right now is technically expired, but throw this one in and then make the other one my passenger. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Another keynote to mention, you do have to press like these insert fittings or what would you call them? Bushings.
Inserts. They're threaded inserts.
Yeah, threaded inserts pretty much for the angle kit for the knuckle adapter.
But they press into the knuckle.
Correct. Yeah, so they would press into the knuckle. Looks pretty clean. I ain't gonna lie. So that's going on. Let's get it done. Let's get it done, baby.
We don't have a press, so we're gonna have a buddy holding the knuckle, and you're gonna take a socket that's just about the right size, and 3-pound hammer, and go ahead and press it in little by little.
Oh.
And that's
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
I'm gonna make sure it's flush all the way. Yeah. All right, so installing the lower control arm right now, the best way to do this is to preset these 2 Heim joints. This one, we preset it to about 7.5 turns. Same thing with this one, 7.5 turns. So we even these 2 out. So that way we have just the same amount of distance from each Heim. This also in turn allows us, if you can look up from my way right here, straight ahead. If you see the Heim, it's at a neutral position. Can you come this way and see? Or can you see it properly? Mm-hmm. This Heim is at a neutral position, whereas if we adjusted it any other way and it looked like this, but while it was up, this is incorrect. You always want your Heims to be neutral, right? Neutral laterally and horizontally.
That's wrong. But
So,
that's
well,
right.
that's correct right there. See?
Oh,
So-
yeah.
The way we did this, we were able to achieve this was to keep these at a fixed position, and this was adjusted all the way compressed. So
Like, meaning it's like fully in.
fully in.
Yeah,
So
and then adjusted
maxed out.
to.
And then once we installed this rear one, right, we're able to hold it at the set ride height roughly and kind of adjust this out until this bolt fits. So it's going to be short, but the goal is to keep this at a neutral angle. So you're keeping that at a neutral angle while adjusting this until this bolt fits, while this Heim is at a neutral angle. If that makes sense, we'll do a better video explaining that, but this will allow everything to be symmetrical as best as possible. That way, when you go for an alignment, you don't have to redo all of this.
Or
and
the
drop
dude,
it down.
or the dude, whoever's doing the alignment is like,
or
yeah,
whoever is
it's
aligning
wrong.
it.
I
Right.
can't align it. Yeah, stuff like that. So
Or they do align it, and you go to an event,
And it breaks.
It breaks.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this company sucks. No, you have to install it properly. Unfortunately, this company, it's a European company, and they didn't provide any instructions, which is fine. Luckily, we have a little bit of experience with this, so we're able to figure it out and, prepare for tomorrow whenever we go to align it. So, yeah, this is very common throughout all angle kits for the most part. And
yeah, YFAB, FDF, anything that has a monoball.
in their instructions, they will tell you,
Keep it.
if you read, they'll tell you to make sure these are your Heims are all at neutral positions. So, all right, so right now we're installing the tie rod adapter. It offsets it as well as extends it to meet with the knuckle adapter right here. So back to what I was saying earlier with the Heim joints. As you can see here, we have this Heim at a neutral position. There's no adjustments here unless you remove everything. So those are all fixed, like I was saying. So get it to where you want it. As far as right here, this determines your track width, how much camber your car will have, and poke. So
From the fender to the wheel.
yep, so that will be that. And then as you can see here, this is at a nice neutral angle. It's not a crazy offset angle. Same thing here with the traction arm. So all these jam nuts will be, go ahead and I'm going to be tightening it. So yeah, almost done. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So right here, we're tightening the Heim, and you see he has a pry bar to kind of get it to be, oh, well, you gonna fix that? All right, so right here, we're tightening the Heim and making sure that the once this locking nut is tight, that the heim is still at that neutral position. And same thing goes here. That's all. Oh, that needs to be tightened, but we'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, see, everything looks good. We're just about finished up here. One thing that we didn't say was before you go ahead and finalize this, do your alignment guy a favor and center your steering rack. The way you do that is measure a fixed distance from the rack base to the start of the inner tie rod. And make sure both sides match and make sure your steering wheel is somewhat straight. Your alignment guy should be able to take care of that, but
And get it done quicker.
yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much wrapped up here. And check it out. That's pretty sweet. So this is the other side completed. So
Huge difference.
yeah,
Shout out to S4Rk Engineering. It basically, their website is saying it gives you about 70 millimeters, like more of a turning angle.
70%, 70 degrees.
70 degrees, 70 millimeters of turn, or whatever was on the website.
Which one is it?
You can definitely see it on their website. I got the kit because it was either this or the FAP DP kit.
Hey, yo.
But I wanted a kit that's pretty straightforward. The other kit had like a whole hub assembly and all that. But this kit is just pretty straightforward. It's almost like my E36 with the SLR kit, but it's like obviously different because you're using one control arm instead of two.
And for this one, it basically deletes the
Thrust arms in the rear.
Instead of having two arms right here onto the knuckle, you have one main control arm and your caster adjustment right here. And yeah, that's
Overall, 10 out of 10. I really like this kit.
yeah, it's pretty solid.
We will try this out. Probably be a clip in this video somewhere, but who knows?
If the car doesn't break. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll put it in the video. That's pretty much it. Let's finish tying this up and send her out.